The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
So, Charles, you talk about this offense, how well they've played. I mean, the defense, too, really. But they're sitting at 10-0 now on the year. 4-0, 5-0, that's nice. But once you start hitting double digits with these wins and no losses, I think the seriousness of the situation, it just has to ramp up.
Yeah, and when you do say 10-0, it can't scare you as a team. Just think about it this way. For most of the year, they've been playing to win their division and get to the playoffs. Now the playoffs are just about a foregone conclusion. So now they have to down-focus their thoughts about getting home field advantage and finishing unbeaten, and they need to make sure they keep it in that order.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Montgomery back to the ground. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
They stay on the ground with White. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. White will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2.
Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
White will score. Touchdown, Steelers. Well, 1st quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. They'll start with Davis Price on the ground.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Second down, and again it's Davis Price. And he'll get a couple up to the 29. This defense for the Steelers, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
Anytime you can hold a team to less than 10 points, your expectation winning that game has to be sky high. In fact, you'd be absolutely stunned to come away with a loss in that one. Could you imagine going to the press conference and trying to explain that?
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there. Here we go on 4th down. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
First down, and they go right back to Davis Price.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Walker now.
Sliding out of the pocket.
And this almost intercepted. Not sure he saw the free safety that time. But lucky, incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down. 4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt.
He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the #1 goal? Make the playoffs. #2, win your division. #3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the #1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Going up the gut, Montgomery takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now Montgomery running right. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Moving backwards on 1st down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on 2nd down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
47 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10, down at the 33. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown.
Brock Wright,
his 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Steelers go up by 2 touchdowns.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They are back over the 500 mark for the year. A 3-game winning streak really coming at the exact right time, Charles, to get them back into playoff contention.
And it's always a question of when do you want your football team to peak? And everyone always talks about you want to be playing your best ball going into the playoffs, but sometimes you need your best ball before that time. And this team, going into this stretch of games, they are certainly playing their best football of the year.
On 2nd and 9, Walker. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 2 yards on the pickup there. 3rd and 7 now.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Walker from the gun on 3rd down.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Davis Price on 1st and 10.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
So the offense a little antsy. The flag comes out, and a 5-yard penalty.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long.
Now Walker.
Flush to his right.
Walker hit and the ball is out.
And it's picked up by the Steelers.
And that play just looked a little helter-skelter from the start. That's the risk as a quarterback. Once you take off with that football, you might fumble it, and he did.
And he was going for the reward, which is gaining yardage, breaking down the defense. But you're right about the risk. Always lurking out there, someone always trying to get to the football. Try to find a place to cover up and slide and protect what you've earned.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it's 2nd down. They'll drop to throw. This is caught. And in for the Steelers, touchdown. A great play there. 26 yards.
And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 21-0. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It's a Giant first down on a gain of 16. To throw is Walker. Flushed out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Walker being chased out left. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to go down again. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Here's Jordan Stout now.
That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
And maybe a chance for a quick completion and then a long field goal try. We'll see.
Buying time to his left. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
He's going to float this over the middle deep. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Marcus Williams.
And nothing comes of this last-ditch attempt at points as time will run out on this first half.
So we reach halftime here in the Steel City with the Steelers on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the second half. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
And he'll take this up to the 30, a gain of 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
A give left side for Davis Price.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Another modest gain there on that one. And I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
52 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now a give right side. Malone. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
This has been a good drive so far. It's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot and try to...
into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by Andre Cisco. And the Steelers will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
Well, I think everyone who's watching was certainly hoping to see things get a little bit better for them in this half, weren't we? But it was a downright miserable first half that's carried over with an interception to begin the second half. That's a defeated offense right there, and there's still a lot of game left. I don't think that's the last turnover we're going to see today, partner.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. They'll look to throw now on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Back to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Back to throw again.
They'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 39. They'll look to throw again. Wide open receiver complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Again, he'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And that incompletion breaks a string of 5 straight connections. And it's 2nd down.
Well, no surprise there. He was looking for one of his favorite targets again as soon as he left the pocket. But the coverage was good downfield. They got right to the receiver and helped prevent that completion.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Brock Wright, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the Steelers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Point after, right down the middle. And it is 28-0. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Malone. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. Back now in Pittsburgh. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Just like that. Mike 17, Mike 17.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. Room here to run. And they finally bring him down, but he reaches the 16. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. They'll keep it on the ground. Malone. And he is going to lose yardage here. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose one or two. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Second down. Here's Davis Price.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Mike 17.
Walker.
Flush to his right. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Walker looking to throw on 4th down.
And it'll be intercepted.
Picked up by Troy Pride. And the Steelers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I we enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season.
Back to throw now on 1st down. This will be caught inside the 10. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. He'll look to throw. That's complete right around the 8. The ball situated at the 9. 2nd and goal. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well.
And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Another touchdown here in the 4th quarter, and Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball and sometimes even your special teams, and that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes this 35-0 now. Here's the Steelers' kick team as they'll boot this one away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And just looking ahead, it would appear that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one. They'll probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Mike 3. Mike 3. You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me. Watch the eye. Mike 18.
Up the middle they go. It's Malone. And some room to maneuver. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Steelers' 28.
136 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
60 Bison. 60 Bison.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage. When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. They'll keep it on the ground. Malone.
And he will have a Giants 1st down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Malone. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Mike 3. Mike 3. We got to get 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. 0-0 Mike 3. Let's pick it up. It's out.
On 2nd and 9.
Walker. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Andre Cisco. And the Steelers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
And a most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild. And at the end of all that, it winds up a safety. All right, Charles, help me out here. 4th quarter, you've got the lead, and you run backwards into the end zone. You're just trying to do too much.
I almost don't have words for it. But, you know, every coach that we talk to talks about running backs or people running the football, running north-south, getting upfield. He went way in the opposite direction, and that's going to cost his team.
Yeah, it cost him big time. Still leading, but it costs him. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole. Drive begins with a carry by Davis Price. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And they've got to feel good about this performance. I think you'd agree. Matched up against a top 5 defensive unit in the league, and they pretty much had their way.
Yeah, that was the interesting part about it, because normally when we see this defense play, they have their opportunities, and they make their plays, don't they? They knock them back on their heels. They take the ball away. They change field position. In this case, what you said is so apt. They had their way with them, took it to them, and knocked them back on their heels and surprised the heck out of them.
So for the Steelers, the perfect season remains intact as they move to 11-0 on the year. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they fall to 6-6 now on the campaign. And they'll get the extra week to think about this one as they return to action in 2 weeks' time. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.